Hey everybody, this is Jay with Pryor Coaching, and this is our July newsletter video. And I wanted to talk to you about having practical tools, right? So if you're should have read the book or listened to the book already, one of the things I say right in the beginning is that I'm the practical nuts and bolts guy, right? It's like I want to find a way. I've always been good at systemizing things and having things get into a practice or a routine. So one of the things I've created for you that is in the book is your happiness and productivity workout. And then right beyond that is your happiness formula. So in the book, there's a happiness and productivity workout. On our website, you can go there and get a happiness and productivity workout if you need one. But this tool, I really want you to get that this tool is something for you to use, for you to have at the ready so that you have your eye on these 7 categories, right? So here's what I can tell you is that these 7 categories, every one of them, if you just take on one of them in a month, you're going to improve your life because you're going to be getting yourself in integrity with one of those areas. And if you're scoring yourself in all 7 of them, just kind of keeping your mindset on like, these are the 7 categories I want to have my mind on, then I know that that's a great measure because I use it with my clients, because I use it in my business mastermind groups, because I use it myself. And what we know is that what we think about our lives dictates how our life shows up, right? And so flexing our muscle around our own integrity and being in integrity with those 7 areas, right? So if just to refresh yourself, right, the first one is prioritizing time for yourself, right? It's that whole idea that putting the oxygen mask on yourself first is always the right idea, right? Serving others until you're depleted is martyrish and not working, right? It doesn't serve anybody. And so the first one is, where are you with that? Like, how much are you putting the oxygen mask on yourself first? The second category is watching your mouth. Like, how are you speaking about your life and how much integrity do you have with your mouth, right? This is where we ask you to give up gossiping and complaining. We ask you to make requests instead of complaining and instead of gossiping or talking about other people, to ask yourself, is it kind? Is it necessary? Is it true? Right? So that's the second area. The third area is checking in around gratitude. It's like, how's your gratitude practice? Like, and where is your appreciation vibe, right? And what do you do with that? Like, do you have a practice of it? And if you don't, create one, right? The fourth one is checking in on tolerations. Like, where are you with keeping your stuff in order? Is your life in chaos? Are there bills unpaid? Is your checkbook unbalanced? Is your car trashed? Like, what are these things? What some of these things that you can clean out, put systems in place to simplify your life and to have it go better with your integrity, like you being in charge of that, of how that goes, not just defending off your life all the time. Like you being the one to be like, oh, I'm going to take charge of this area of my life, right? That's 4. It's called personal foundation. The 5, 6, and 7, I always say are your higher math type of items. These are giving up taking things personally, giving up making assumptions, and then quieting your mind. Like those really big things that you got to kind of always have on your radar. One of the things I want you to know is that we are going to release the video course for sale. We're doing a half sale on the video course. If you have not done my seminar, I want to highly recommend you check out that video course. You have me on video walking through this whole happiness and productivity workout, and you own that, right? And this video course is one that you could just watch over and over and over again. In any area of your life you want to transform, you would just have that tool right there. So, today's video is all about what are the tools that you use, and are you got your hands in your toolbox all the time? Because what we know about this work is that you will go unconscious, right? You go we're in your inbox every 3 weeks. Are you watching this? Like, what are you doing to stay conscious? If it's not my work, then what? Like, who you reading, what you doing, so that you're staying conscious, because the more awareness you have of your own creation, the more power you have in creating it, right? What we do as humans is we go unconscious, and the next thing you know, we're victims of the world happening to us rather than us happening to the world. And in this work, our first foremost thing is to stay conscious. And what we do is get real practical about how you stay conscious is you pick up a tool. Like you just have a tool in front of you. And so my book is designed to give you these tools, right? Things to actually do and check in on so that know that you're engaged in the game. So I also want to share with you, there's another video we're going to post. This is a personal video. It's not about you. And my goal is to serve you. So this whole part was about you. But if you're interested, I did do a video, a personal video about the fact that I am choosing to go off testosterone. And so if you know me and you know my story and you're interested in that, we'll put that link in here too so that you can watch that video too. But this is about you and your life, and this is about you staying conscious and using the tools that are right there, right? They're right there. That happiness and productivity workout, you have access to it all the time. It's right there in your book. And if you want to make copies of it or you want to download one, get one from us. And that happiness formula, which is right the next thing beyond that, creating a happiness formula where basically these are the things you commit to being on the hook for that make yourself happy, right? I know I have to meditate. I know I have to work out. I know I have to do these things. I know I have to connect with other people. I'm an extrovert. Like all these things that I know that I need to do so I'm not pissed off about my life, right? And you know what those things are for you. You know what they are. And knowing doesn't make a difference, right? It's committing to it and actually doing it, which is why we're here, right? All right. So glad you're here. And thanks for keeping on doing the work. And we'll see you next time. Okay, bye.